My name is Tanja Säde, and I'm a CMO for Frosmo, and I'll be talking about the website personalizations. And here with me is Tom. Tom, welcome.
Thank you. So my name is Tom Söderlund. I'm the CEO and product manager at Weld.io. And I'm going to be showcasing our content creation tool and how it works together with the Frosmo platform.
Great stuff. So we have 30 minutes time, and obviously we could talk about these issues all day long, but we are gathered here the essentials that you need to know about personalization and content marketing. So I'll be spending the first 10 minutes going through what is personalization and what the business benefits are. Why should marketeers think about personalization? And then Tom will go through the content creation and agile process with the really cool demo in the end as well. Please keep asking questions. I think we will take them towards the end, but you can, if something pops up, you just write in the question panel, and then we can go through them in the end. So we are trying to end up the presentations 25 past, and then we have a few minutes to take the questions. Okay, but what is personalization and website personalizations in particular? So as I see it and how we see it is really creating seamless, friction-free customer experiences that are really custom tailored to the interests of people that visit your website. So we can know about person's needs and wants and preferences, and then we tailor the customer journey along those lines. So it's really presenting the relevant message at the right time across all touch points along the customer journey. So what is the marketeer's point of view of personalization? So really real personalization starts when the history and context are combined. So history can be, for example, we know that visitor has been in our site 3 times. We might know that this person has abandoned the shopping cart at least twice. We know the products that the visitor is interested in. We know their browsing history and what kind of content they are consuming. So we know quite a lot about this person. And then when we combine to the context, and even though we wouldn't know the history, it's a first-time visitor, we would know where that visitor comes from. Well, what is the season, or what is the weather like in that location? Is there particular special buying days coming up? For example, now Valentine's Day is coming up on Friday, so we might assume that this person really is after a really good Valentine's Day offers, for example. But combining these two different dimensions, the real personalization starts, and we will concentrate on that in this webinar. Optimization and experimentation is a really big part of personalization and the whole experience, but it is such a vast topic in itself. So I will be sending you some links with the recording after this webinar, so you can then explore that topic further by yourself. Luckily, there's artificial intelligence and machine learning that really helps us to optimize the experience automatically. So machine learning learns about the visitors and classifies them into different kind of segments. And the segments can be really anything, but the most used segments could be, for example, that we know that that person has been visiting our site a couple of times. The abandoned shopping cart is one example. We know that this person have viewed a certain kind of maybe electric bike a couple of times. So that's an indication that's a real interest. We might know that this person have actually bought this electric bike before a couple of weeks before. So how to then segment that person to those accompanying products that we could recommend that person that would help to take care of that bike, for example. So a lot of different ways to segment people and really make that experience friction-free. And then machine learning learns about the content and the products on how they are interacted with. So what are the content that are consumed? What is the browsing history? We can have a really, very clear picture of where that person is in the buying journey. What are the product interests? How many times they have come back and consumed certain kind of product. So in the end, we are really able to do really relevant content and really relevant experience to each individual, combining these two dimensions. So that's another way of looking at it and really getting artificial intelligence into the work. So what would be the typical personalization case? So there's one example, quite basic example, and also it's recommended to start somewhere. So this is an example that quite many of our customers start with, making the front page personalized. So in this particular case, we have personalized the front page to those returning visitors that we know that are interested in identified product area. So we personalized content when they return to the front page. And then we kind of know that we want to personalize this certain type of banner in the front page to show particular campaign content that would really make the decision for that particular visitor easier. And by these simple steps of defining who do we want to influence, when, where, and what is the content that we want to show that particular person, we are able to really impact on conversion rates and make the business better. Okay, so that was the marketer's point of view, but how customers are viewing the personalization. So the good news is that actually majority of consumers want personalized marketing communications, and they are actually willing to share their data to enable that experience. And good personalization is actually viewed as a good customer service. That if you have this notion of helping customers to make progress in the funnel, helping them to find and complete the task what they came to your website to complete as smoothly as possible. So that will translate into a great customer experience. And it has been actually researched by Gartner. They have this really nice study from last year where they say that when your customer feels that they are helped during the experience in your website, they are more willing to give or share data about themselves to you. So if you help them through the task what they want to get done, that's definitely a great customer experience. And for marketers, especially the end-to-end customer journey is really important. And so personalization is really connecting the dots between marketing automation and personalization or website personalization. So we can look at it in this kind of matrix. So we know that marketing automation is a really good tool to start the customer journey in really personalized way. We can have really nice personalized emails, really nice retargeted, very personalized advertising, and really nice campaign landing pages that that provides engaging content. And in ideal world, that would be the end of the funnel, that the desired action is actually done in the campaign landing page. But in the real life, that doesn't happen very often. Obviously, it depends on your business, but quite often when a customer or visitor hits the campaign landing page, they actually realize that, okay, well, wow, this is really interesting, but maybe I should explore further. Is there anything else similar in the market? What the competitors are offering? Can I solve my challenge in any other way? So what happens when we lose the visitor from the campaign landing page, and then the visitor returns back to the front page? They quite seldomly they don't find the campaign landing page, but they come directly to the front page. So what are the means that we really then are able to say that, okay, hey, we know you've been engaging with our campaign content, you had an interest towards this product. Here we can help you further in the funnel. So that's the kind of buying journey that is end to end. That with website personalization, we make every visit personalized with dynamic, relevant content. We know something about the customer already when they return to the web page. We can drive AI-driven personalized offers and content and recommendations, and again help the customer going forward and make the decision as smoothly as possible. So there are a lot of business benefits on website personalization as well. Obviously, for customers, it's really about the health and the customer experience. But for us as the marketeers, these are the KPIs that many of our customers are following, and they are really seeing the results after starting the personalization journey with us. So reduced bounce rates, improved conversion rates and online revenue, customer loyalty is a big thing. How we can keep the customers that come to our website through advertising, for example. Increased number of items bought, that's a really big thing. How we can actually make sure that the customer who's buying one item is then introduced maybe necessities to take care of that item and to get that number of items bought bigger. And reduction in acquisition cost. When we make the journey end to end, we are actually seeing reduction there, and once customers become loyal, that's our goal. So a lot of business benefits, what we as a Frosmo can see, that's what our customers gain. I took this table from the Gartner study also, how they see it and how their customers are seeing it. The top reasons marketing leaders pursue personalization is to drive consumer engagement and drive completed purchases, drive brand loyalty, and deepen consumer relationships. So we can all see that happens in our customers as well, and very good, very important aspect. So how to get started with personalization? So we always recommend that understand what it actually means in your business. Build a roadmap and strategy, and try to find out those low-hanging fruits start with the front page. What needs to happen in the front page when, for example, a returning customer comes to your website? How we make sure that that person then is finding what they are trying to find and do that and helping the funnel as friction-free. We also always recommend everybody to start with a solid hypothesis. So always think that, okay, if we do this presentation, what it would bring us, what kind of results we are actually looking for. Are we looking for better conversion rates, for example? And always optimize and experiment because then you learn more. And personalization is really a daily habit. It's constantly changing. Your customers' interests are constantly changing, so you need to learn and really look into the data every day. One of the biggest hurdles of marketers about personalization is the content creation process, because quite oftentimes personalization actually means that you need to create content, and it might be that you would need to create a bit more content than usually. How to make the content super nice, engaging and inspiring. So luckily I have Tom here to tell you more about that in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So Tom, I'll hand it over to you.
All right.
So you can start presenting. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to talk about content creation. And so Weld is a content creation tool, primarily for the web, even though you can use it to do email marketing and social media marketing content as well. But it's mainly for the web. It's a bit like PowerPoint. You draw things, you upload images and video, you can create animations and interactive elements. And then you can embed the content on your existing website. And you can embed it on the front end only, and it's very simple to get started. It's a little script that you paste in, or you can integrate it on the back end if you want. And the content is totally seamlessly integrated with your existing website. So neither the users or Google will perceive the content as belonging somewhere else. It will be part of your website. And the technology works with any web platform. So the idea here is to be able to show different audiences, different users, different visitors, different types of content. And to do so, you need to create content for every audience. And Weld allows you to create content very quickly and test it. And together with the Frosmo platform, it's a great combination because you have the Frosmo platform can deliver different content for different audiences, and Weld helps you create that content. So I'm gonna actually show you some demos of how Weld is used in the real world. So here is Polan and Pyret. It's a fashion brand for kids. And they are running it. They have a web platform from Magento, and this entire page is built in Weld and then integrated. Another customer is Yale Smart Locks. This is their Spanish site, and they have images and they have videos and animations and so on to showcase how their products work. So Weld is pretty good at presenting interactive content. So you can do things like these kind of hover pop-ups very quickly and easily in the tool. Another thing that Weld is good at is combining different types of content. So here you have regular text over a background video clip, and you have a button that lights up when you hover with the mouse over it. And this is just pure HTML, so it's very Google friendly and search engine friendly, and loads very quickly for the user. And if I click on it, I have here an image that's animated, pure text again on top of everything, and the menus are built up with text and buttons as well. And then a final demo here is a simple drag and drop example. So here's it's a e-commerce demo where you can sort of drag products to a shopping cart, like that. So I'm going to show you the tool itself, and as I mentioned, it's a bit like PowerPoint. So when you start the tool, you have this white drawing area in the middle. You can start from scratch and add your own graphics and fonts and branding and so on, or you can pick a template if you want to get started quicker. Up here you have the drawing tools. So you can create text, and you can create a box. Images, you can draw a placeholder like this, or an easier way is actually to drag and drop images straight from your computer into the tool. And Weld takes care of optimizing the images for you, so you don't have to worry about cropping different images for different devices and so on. On the right side, you have formatting. So if I want to change the font size, for instance, I just drag, select another font. We have colors and shadows and rounded corners and everything like that. Everything you can sort of imagine. Basically everything you can create on a web page, you can create inside Weld, but we have make it much easier to do so. On the insert menu here, you find more complex objects, everything from buttons to forms and image carousels and so on. Here I've made a little demo of like 3 different variations on the same campaign. So you can have this theme, and you can make a copy of that, and you modify it, and maybe change the artwork to something else, change the copywriting a little bit, and so on. And by duplicating and modifying the content, it's very quick to sort of create different types of content for different audiences. Weld has some sophisticated tools for animation and interactivity as well. So one of the simple tool is you find on the buttons down here. So here you can modify. For instance, I want this button to light up when I have the mouse over it. I select mouse over, and then I can sort of select another background color, for instance. I want this to turn orange when I have the mouse over. So you have normal mode and the mouse over mode and so on. And then if you want to make even more complex interactivity, like the drag and drop demo, for instance, we have another tool that we call action blocks, where here you can specify, like, if I click the button, I want to play an animation, and I want something to happen when that is clicked. So that's a very quick demo of how Weld works. We have built-in integration with Frosmo, but normal embedding is that you basically create a little script that you paste into your website, and wherever you paste this snippet, you'll get like a rectangular block of Weld content. And that's a very quick demo of Weld. So back to the presentation. So I'm going to try summarizing Frosmo. Okay, is that okay, Tanja?
Yeah. You can do the summarizing.
And you do the same with Weld. So basically, Frosmo is all about serving the right content to the right audience, helping them along the customer journey and guiding them, making sure they see what's relevant and interesting to them. Did I nail it?
Yeah. Weld is all about creating engaging and inspiring content, and really fast and at scale, and definitely experiment more, and you can experiment also with Frosmo, but yeah.
And I think combining these two is really powerful because I mean, you have your amazing platform that allows you to personalize the experience, but it also puts demand on producing more content, and that's where Weld comes into play, allowing you to make content really fast and yeah, fill up the content pipeline quickly.
Okay, and how to get started? I think, like I told you before, that it's always good good to start learning about where you are and what personalization can do to you. So we have actually created this maturity assessment tool in our webpage. We'll send you the slides also, so you can have the direct link there. But do that, and it kind of gives you really nice tips on how to go forward with personalization. Obviously, you can always be in contact with me also.
Yeah, and if you want to learn more about Weld, I suggest you go to weld.io/Frosmo, and note it's .io, not .com. So weld.io/Frosmo, and sign up there, and we will get in touch with you. Or you can also just email me at tom@weld.io.